from the city of brotherly love. MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Aaron Nola is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. This is a fight at the bat rack.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air out to center field. Lagares is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And here's how the visiting Miami. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Sean Hills, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Bishop is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for Philadelphia. Digging in for his second at-bat, King Bishop. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
King Bishop.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time. Wade stands at first with 1 out. Throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. He pulls this one into right, but the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first? So next to the plate for the Phils, Ron Winkler. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, J.P.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Bishop is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second. Striding in, King Bishop. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. The 1-0 home. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2. Hit in the air down the left field line. After it is Yelich. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Bishop at second with 2 down. Swing and a loop for the left.
Dig, you're scoring.
Oh, and this deflects right off him. He'll get it into second. It's a second now, but he's safe as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. The last 2 batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Luis Torrens. 1 out, nobody on. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Bishop moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Coming to the plate now, King. Bishop. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Now here's the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Ready on 1 and 2. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 21 for him on the season. And the Marlins have opened this up now. It's 5-0. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling any.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight.
Lagares.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Eaton moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Digging in the switch hitter, King. Bishop. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
A ball and no strikes. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Come on, get here.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. Miami jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mario Mateo earns win number 7 on the season. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 5 runs, 10 hits.
Daytime baseball from the home of the Phils since 2004, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today it's the finale of this four-game set between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. The two men you see there go head-to-head coming up next. Madison Bumgarner gets handed the ball for the fourth and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup, and just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Hey, thanks, Matty. This is a big one here, Dero. They've won 2 of the first 3 of this series. This swing game here, you'd like to win 3 out of 4. I know you're at this point, but boy, a split certainly would not be good for this ball club right now.
Yeah, Dan, to win the first 2 games, all right, you can live with dropping the third game of the set, but you don't want to end this 2-2. You work too hard early to not win this series.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, Dero, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on an inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around
and the right fielder is there to make the catch. And now at the plate, Ron Winkler. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Ron Winkler.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Bishop is in pursuit. He's there and records the first out. With that, a look at the Phillies batting order in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that
coming to the plate now, Ron Winkler. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Winkler.
Bumgarner, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. He pops it up. In comes Alford, and the Phillies are into the hit column. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, this guy's been swinging it.
Ready now for the Marlins. King. Bishop 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 home. High in the air out to center field. Marisnik is under it. 2 gone. Digging in, Ron Winkler. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Ron Winkler.
The 1-2. Into center field. Line drive base hit. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that arc.
At the plate, King. Bishop, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0.
Come on, beat it up. Stand up, pick it up.
Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Now batting, second baseman,
Hit back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single. So a base hit from the pinch hitter will send him back to the top of the order with one away in the inning. Ready for another shot now. King Bishop. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. And he misses with it, 1-1.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that the side is retired. 1-2-3. Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Fish came through when it mattered in the 9th. From the borough of Queens, we're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Tonight, Seth Lugo gets the ball for the Mets in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low threes. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low threes in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right, and this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. Looking at the stat sheet, I was just blown away. He has 10 RBIs in his last 10 games. He's the guy you can't let beat you if you're on the other team, and we'll see if he can keep it up in this one.
A ball and a strike.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Here's the pitch. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in his zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Hit hard back up the middle. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Striding in once again, Aaron Foreman comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bishop on at first, nobody out. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in safely. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. And you see it there on your screen. Strikeout number 100 for him on the year, and that ain't bad. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now a throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And another throw over, and a dive, but he's back in. The 0-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Cespedes is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Domingo Guerrero. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Beat it out, beat it out, beat it out.
Reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Miami. They're on the short end of. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. High in the air out to center field. Bishop is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot. King. Bishop, he singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
0-1, here it comes. And that one just missed outside. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And there's ball 2 now. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Here now the 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Always tough for one of these base umpires.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Bishop is right there, 1 down. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
You know, Matt, and every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Down in order go the Mets. Digging in once again, King. Bishop. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First pitch of the at-bat. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
And the pitch. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. Here now the 2-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 2-2 one more time is looked at for ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Now the 3-2 pitch.
Hard 90, hard 90.
Manuel comes up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Damian Davies.
Damian Davies.
The 1-1. High in the air out to center field.
Yeah, here we go. Relay, relay.
Bishop is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Cut on.
Ready once again, Jonathan Scope. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Second baseman, Jonathan Scope.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Bishop on the move. Makes the play, 1 away. Ready for another chance. King. Bishop. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 0-1, and that one stayed too low apparently.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Davis has it in his sights, and that retires the side. Marlins leave one. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Digging in now, Yoenis Cespedes. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Yoenis Cespedes.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out. Next up from New York, Antonio Manuel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Back up the middle. To his left, Wade. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins have taken game one of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Miami Marlins with their 50th team win in this one. Kyle Barclaw gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Matt Bowman records the save, his 28th on the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball on the show. Next. Seth Lugo gets the starting nod for the Mets. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
At the plate, King. Bishop. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, this is the perfect guy to have on the mound. A veteran, not going to let the moment get too big for him. Completely understands what's being asked of him. They've been losing lately. That can't be denied. But this is the perfect guy, right spot.
The 1-1 home. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Lugo isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty B, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
The 2-2. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Into the upper deck, but foul. Another 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So here's the Mets pitcher, Seth Lugo. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Popped up. Castro is calling for it, and the inning is over. 2 left for the... Digging in for his second at-bat, King. Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front. Even though he didn't pot commit on that one, it opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And it's fouled away. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Davies makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So up next from Miami, King. Bishop. He flew out in his last at bat.
King Bishop.
First delivery to him on the way, and a neck high fastball that time.
A veteran hitter certainly knows when he's got wheels on first base, he's probably getting a fastball, and he's probably getting it middle away. Might be a great time to get super aggressive.
1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. And again a throw, and the runner back safely. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Now the 2-0.
Beat it out, beat it out.
He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So striding in, Matt Olson, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Lazy fly ball out to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. The three of us return with more Wednesday night. Into the box now, King. Bishop. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First things first, here's a throw over, and he'll dive back in. First pitch of the at-bat, and a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch.
Move it,
shot down the first baseline, and he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. The relay, the tag, and he is out at second.
Well, clearly they challenged the guy they shouldn't have right there. He's got a missile launcher for an arm, so when he saw him trying to...
Now at the plate, King. Bishop. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a line drive, but that's a foul ball. The 0-1 on its way, and no swing apparently. Ball 1. 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Another full count pitch on its way, and he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
These guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, 1 swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Aaron Foreman.
Aaron Foreman.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. So they let. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Antonio Manuel, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Grounded back up the middle. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
4-2. And a welcome to Citi Field, New York's National League ballpark in Flushing, Queens. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. New York have lost their last. Rene Francisco gets the ball for the Mets in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Behind 0-2 now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
One ball has already left the yard, and the big boys haven't even come up again. Get the fireworks ready.
The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Coming to the plate now, King. Bishop 0 for 1 here in the early going.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. Next for the Mets, Antonio Manuel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Stepping into the box, Kendrick Roach comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Bouncer up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dilo, this guy's...
Here's Jonathan Scope now. Roach is off at first with 2 away. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Wade is there, and the side is retired. Mets leave. Digging in the switch hitter, King. Bishop. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Gone into the upper tank. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 22 on the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Row, some days the fellows walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those.
Leading off for the Mets, center fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
Dan, are you kidding me right there?
Ready to take his hacks again, King. Bishop, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Rosario has to shade his eyes from the sun, but he stays with it for out number 2. Striding into the box, Chris Davis. He flew out in his last at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Davis will run first and make his way to second now. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing.
Ready now for the Marlins, King. Bishop. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit
Come
on
on,
the
come
ground
on, come on.
toward the left. Manuel takes it in. Throw gets him 2 down. Stepping into the box, Jonathan Scope. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
8-2 is how this one ends today. Miami jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Enrique Murillo earns his 5th winner of the
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
First opened back in 2012. We're live inside the cavernous. Doug Kensing gets the starting assignment for the Fish in this matchup. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
Dero, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. Now in the box, Aaron Foreman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. One left for Miami, and this is still a nothing. So digging in now, King Bishop. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Polanco has a read on it. And that retires the side. Ready once again, Marcus Semien. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ron Nielsen. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit in the air to center field. Castro backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Digging in to try it again, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at bat.
King Bishop.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And it's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 23 for him thus far, as the Marlins move out in front now 3-2.
And this is an all-familiar sight, something we've seen all season long. When they need a clutch hit or an offensive blast, he's their go-to guy, and this is just one example in a long line of many. He's fun to watch.
Digging in and looking for more, King Bishop comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. And a fastball just a bit high. The Marlins find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, Dero, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
Here now the 2-2. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Bell in foul ground, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Another full count pitch on its way. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in Aaron Foreman, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner back safely. And another throw over, and the runner back. The 0-1 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Dickerson's there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1. Score holds at 4-3.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-3 tonight. The Pittsburgh Pirates jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Damian Magnifico wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 8 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 18 runners on base.